So we're back. Today we're going to be taking the top frame off of this double stacked off-road truck, I guess we'll call it. I got the front clip is all ready to go. It's basically two pieces: the hood, the fenders, core support. The fenders and the core support are all one piece, and then the hood is separate. So, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Oh, there we go. Oof. Still has a radiator. Kinda still has a radiator on it. I think that radiator will come. Oh, it's gonna come with it. Let's back you up. You don't want anybody getting hurt. So there was literally two bolts holding all of that front clip on. The core support was just set down in the mounts, and the fender had one bolt right there on each side. The rest of it was just flopping around. You know, it was a mud truck, so it didn't matter if front end fell off, it'd be fine. Try to get a better look at the situation. So we just got some angle iron welded to both pieces of frame. Oh boy, 3 places is all. Oh wait, it looks like we did weld frame to frame right there. That's some pretty garbled up weld. Hopefully I don't run into too much of that. Let's get to it. See that thing pop right up? That's good. I'm ready to move on to the next step. Pulling this engine out. Now I did mention this engine is just sitting in here. Nothing is connected. I got one bolt and a motor mount. And then I got a ratchet strap hooked on the manifold to hold the back end up, otherwise it would just tip right down like that. So I'm all set up with the cherry picker. Pick this up out of here, clear the bumper. All right, I just gotta take a little bit of pressure off to get the bolt out of the mount here and release that strap on the back. Motor mount. I'm pretty sure this will clear that bumper. simple enough. That only took about 5 minutes, even hooking up the cherry picker. The chain was still on it from when I stuffed it in there. You can kind of see how the frame and stuff is set up under there. Get a real good look at it. Let me drag it outside. There was a piece of weld hiding behind this tank saddle strap here. It's way up there. It was pretty ambitious to go there. There she goes. That'll put the stink in your drawers for sure. Got that frame off of this frame. I got all the stuff that I took off of it out of the garage stacked up over here, so I have some more room. We still got to get this little stub of the upper frame off, which is no big deal. We got a spacer we must have put in there to take up some gaps so we could weld it. You know, this is angle iron. We just put it on there as like a bracket, welded it to both frames on both sides. One there, one right here. This is what I was cutting off with the torch, and one back here. So the frame's in really good shape. There's a little bit of crusty on the surface, but none of that goes very deep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push this thing back in the garage. I gotta go get some cutting wheels and cut the rest of these off. Take the bumper off. Clean all the junk like that out of it. It's mud and moss. I'll probably cut that out of there. Any of this little junk that doesn't need to be on the frame, I'm gonna take the time to get that off of there. Once we're in there, all those lines, that's brake line, fuel line, doesn't look like there's any that go down this side, so, but we're gonna tear all them lines off. See, it's pretty clean up here other than the moss, mold, whatever you want to call it. We'll wire wheel this with a heavy hard bristle brush and paint the frame with real chassis paint. Well, here we are. We got the desired outcome in flopping the top frame and the cab off of this bottom frame. Well, if you're intrigued by what I'm doing here, go back into the Squarebody playlist and you can check out the work I've been doing on the 85 so far, leading up to this. I got a plan in my head and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm trying my hardest to execute it and get some good footage for everybody who's watching these videos. So hopefully we'll pick up some more subscribers and be able to make some more videos.